sticky 1991.
There's the squishy grapes.
Yay. Is this weird? It's an ice scraper, another ice scraper. Oh, there's another one.
Wow,
Another one. Severe bleeding. That is somebody's grandma. I'm not patient enough to wait.
What is happening?
The heater's on. She's rotted out. It'll be fine. Hey guys, I'm out in the shop and I'm waiting on my buddy Kyle Shadden to bring this Nova, a new project for me to work on. And for once, this actually isn't a project that I own. This is one of his cars. And it's a rare opportunity because he works on his own stuff, but he's been super busy building and racing an open wheel dirt track car. He's bringing this Nova to me and I've looked at it before. I took a quick look at it and it's got a pretty neat history behind it because Kyle saw this car about 20 years ago. He was riding around on his lunch break while he was in college and ate lunch in Hickson, took the back way back, which was on Norcross Road, and stumbled across, just saw this thing sitting under a carport. Well, lots and lots of years passed, and he would drive by occasionally just to check on it. And I actually got these screen grabs from different years that there was a Google Street View camera go by. But Kyle just was kind of in love with this car and hoped that one day he would own it. Well, he runs a wrecker service, and one day one of his buddies called and said, hey, I'm buying this Nova. It's down in Hickson. Could you go pick it up for me? Kyle said, sure. Give me the address. Well, it was Norcross Road. So he was a little bit heartbroken that this car got away, but at least it was his buddy. And he explained the situation, and his buddy sold it to him right there on the spot. He's going to drag it out here to me. I'm going to evaluate it. We're going to walk around it, take a good look at it, dig through any paperwork if there is any, try to decode anything that we need to decode, and then ultimately try to get this thing running and driving again. Let's go take a look at this thing, see what we're getting into. And this thing is just what I would consider a cream puff. It is really, really solid. And it's a survivor. It's a 73 model Chevrolet Nova Custom. 4 doors, of course. That's how me and Kyle like them. Let's look under the hood and see what we got going on here. It could have had a 350. Well, this sticker might show. Let's see. Yeah, right there, 307. So this is a 307 with a 2-barrel. I'm believing that this is the original engine. I don't have any reason to believe otherwise. And I mean, look how, every piece is intact on the smog stuff, all the hoses, and that's factory GM hoses. I don't think that it's ever been worked on. I think this is a low mileage car just based on the condition. So inside of here, let's see. Go ahead and get you a look in there. This thing is very, very complete. I mean, it's almost perfect. It's got a little rip there. This fabric gets a little bit brittle, but I mean, it is extremely nice, like unbelievably nice. Dash pad is perfect. Steering wheel is sticky, but good. This thing could actually have 34,000 miles on it. I don't have any reason to think that it has 134,000. The brake pedal is a good way to tell. If you look down at the brake pedal pad, that thing looks like brand new. Let's look back here. A little bit of junk back here. We'll dig through all that when we do the cleanup video. This is really cool. This is an old Tennessee tag from Hamilton County, and the last time it was registered, 1991. And this car actually has keys. Isn't that amazing? Keys. Some of our other junk lately hasn't had keys, and that is a problem. Okay, back here is amazing. Look at how solid this is. The speckle paint is in almost perfect condition. The original mat is kind of floppy, but it's still there. We've got an old Gates V-belt that's probably been in there for 40 years. And look at this, a spare, still got air in it. I mean, it's like a brand new spare with a steel wheel. Look at that. The jack, the original jack, and the instructions still intact. Look how shiny the paint is. Oh my word. I mean, it's just like perfect. So while I've been telling you this, I noticed something over here. Excuse me. Excuse me for just a moment. Sorry. Is this weird?
At least this is sturdy.
It is very sturdy. And I'm not worried about like mice or snakes or nothing. I just noticed this piece of paper. Oh, it's just tape. I was hoping that was maybe like the build sheet or something crazy.
Artifacts.
Yeah, no artifacts. That was just some trash. Okay.
Get out.
Ow. Okay. Okay. Oh, you see this? Dirt dauber's nest.
No. It's probably not active.
Probably not. And dirt daubers, they don't really hurt you. Here's something I wanted to look for.
Yeah.
Squeak. Glove box. Let's see what is on this. Oh, a giant wasp nest. See that? A beautiful butterfly though.
Get it.
It's not got wasp on it.
So? I don't like it.
A rear view mirror. It's nice. It's in good shape. Oh, here's. Look at this. Grapes.
Wait, what?
Grapes.
Are those fake?
Squish them. Squish them.
Oh, those are the squishy
Those are the
ones.
squishy grapes, yeah.
They're the squishy grapes.
Yay! Just like Grandma had. So this is the perfect example of a Grandma's car.
Yes.
A green 4-door Nova is a Grandma's car.
And squishy grapes.
Yeah, I mean it's got squishy grapes in it. That's a no-brainer.
And whatever that is.
It's an ice scraper. There's another ice scraper.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that. You see what that says? Brown Chevrolet Company, Dayton, Tennessee.
Oh. That's cool.
That's extremely cool. That's kind of like a little collector's item. Now that makes... Oh, there's another one. This Grandma, I'm still assuming this is a Grandma car. She must have liked these ice scrapers. Another one. There's a beautiful bird.
I think this is a grandma's car.
I'm pretty sure it's got to be. It has to be.
I mean, you got the squishy grapes, you got the bird, you got the butterfly, you got the...
Got here.
What's that?
Yeah, I mean, this is a Grandma's car. That's a recipe written. This is somebody's grandma's car.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. No doubt about it. Prescriptions bag from Hickson, or Chattanooga.
This is fun.
Okay. All right, we got to get to the point of this. The point was opening up the glove box.
Yes.
To see what kind of stuff might be in there, like as far as registration papers, insurance papers. All right. See, I'm not even afraid to sit down in this thing. Perfect. Look at that. There's another. Jack's Gulf Service, Saudi, Tennessee.
This grandma loves ice.
Yeah, she loves scraping ice. Maybe this thing didn't have a good defroster. Maybe that's what it was.
Probably.
Okay. Let's take a look at what this is. This is what I would consider the perfect package of stuff. This is going to tell us exactly what we need to know about this car, I would imagine. Let's see what we got in here. Wouldn't you know it?
An ice scraper.
Wouldn't you know it? Just come on out there. Come on out.
What is it?
Come on.
Oh my word.
Another one. Bill Littleton Chevrolet, Dayton, Tennessee.
Okay, how many is that?
I don't know. I
Like-
lost count. We'll have to count later.
Yeah.
1989 to 1990.
Oh.
Allstate Insurance. The date on that is 1990. Allstate Insurance, 90. Allstate Insurance, 89. Okay, now we're getting into some stuff. This is another insurance thing. Ooh, look at this. There it is. There it is. 1973 Nova and Vega new vehicle warranty. Stella Clark, that is somebody's grandma, I promise you.
Yes.
Hickson, Tennessee.
We need to find this.
She bought this car October 5th, 1972, so it was brand new.
Wow.
She bought it brand new. Here's all the warranty information, but on the back it might tell us where she bought it from. Yep, right there. Brown Chevrolet Company, Dayton, Tennessee.
So that's where she got all the ice things.
So this car was bought new in Dayton, Tennessee, our little hometown right here where we live. And apparently she must have lived in Hickson, Tennessee. So here's a first aid tip.
Really?
Always keep in your glove compartment. And she did. She did keep it in the glove compartment.
And then we took it out.
Yeah. I mean, it shows you how to do everything. Bleeding, severe bleeding. Anyways.
Wow.
Anyways, this is perfect. This is exactly what you want to find in the glove box of a car. The original paperwork from the original owner. So, yeah, perfect.
Like put the ice thing in the pile. We need to count it later.
This goes back in here, and that's where it's going to stay because that is historical documents on this car. Okay, so I think first step is getting this thing up off the ground. You know how I am about tires and wheels.
Yes.
So that's going to be step one.
You're a coker man.
All right, so we got some tires on this thing. Come look. I put one of the tires and wheels off of the white Nova. You never know. I popped the hubcap back on there, fixed it. I had second thoughts about using that spare tire and wheel. It's never been on the ground, so I didn't want to change that. So, let's see. Under here, we've got some stuff I need to look at. First thing is seeing if this engine will turn over freely. This thing's been sitting for 32 years, so the engine could be stuck. So come around here and see, I've already tried to like grab a hold of the fan blade and it won't turn. So I'm gonna put this socket on there. Hopefully, yeah, got a good bite. Please, little 307, please turn over. Oh, it moved. Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. Oh, it's moving, it's moving. Oh my goodness, it's tight, but it's moving. I think part of it might be the smog pump. Yeah, the smog pump's locked up. You probably can't see it, but when I'm moving it, this pulley is not moving. So that's gonna be step one, is getting that smog pump off of there. Because see, the engine turns over, but it's dragging against this frozen smog pump. Yes, success. So I'm gonna take this off, or at the very least take this belt off, and I bet you this thing will just zip right off.
It's like giving CPR.
There we go, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna fish this belt off of here. Now I'm gonna try to turn it over again. I bet you it's gonna go a lot easier. So go back around there where you were. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got action. Good action right there. I don't hear any major scraping. Man. Okay. Next step. I noticed it had an Atlas belt on it. See right there? Atlas belt. Let's see what air cleaner it's got in it. What you want to bet? It's an Atlas.
Yep, Atlas.
Atlas?
Yes.
Let's see.
If it's not, then we both lose.
Boom. Atlas.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I can leave this stuff off since I'm probably going to be pouring some gas in the carburetor. Soon. Very soon. Because you know how I am. I'm not patient enough to wait. Oh, hello. So this is what I call a double stack battery. I'm not sure why, but I didn't want to fool taking out the old battery. It was actually bolted in like with the hold down thing. It's rare for me. I usually just set it in there. Sorry, I'm excited. Haven't had a project go this smoothly in maybe ever. Okay, we got a battery, and now, hang on.
What?
Hang on.
What?
Keys.
Keys.
So I'm just gonna see if it'll bump over. The original key broke. Hopefully it's not broke off in the switch. I hadn't even thought about that.
Oops.
Find out. All right, go out there so you can see what happens.
Here we go. Really?
Oh, we got something.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Moment of truth.
Yes.
Spun right over.
Woo!
I mean, I didn't expect it to like crank up because it doesn't. I mean, it hasn't run in 30 years. So. Wait a minute. Whoa.
You okay? What is happening?
The heater's on.
What?
The heater is on and it blew out like.
The heater?
Yeah, the heater's turned on. I'm gonna turn it off now. Goodness. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drag my battery charger out here. Okay. What? I mean, this is good. We're good. Battery charger, and then I'm gonna pour some gas down the carburetor. I'm not even gonna pull the distributor cap off. I'm confident. I'm gonna pour a little gas in the carburetor. I don't have any fancy squirt bottles or anything like that. It's just gonna be a little, just a little dribble. That'll do it.
Wow.
Okay. Tells me all I need to know. Puff some stuff out.
No. It squirted dust. Yes.
Didn't pull the plugs out, didn't check the points, didn't do anything. And it fires up. So I need a long piece of hose. Got a little bit of lemonade here. I poured some gas in here. And if you notice, it probably looks familiar to you, Carlee. Hose with the gas tank.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do with this is put a little gas in the carburetor. Try to fill the bowl up if I can. But I got excited, and I haven't even checked the oil or anything. So probably should do that before we try to crank it up. It's got oil in it. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Let's see if it's got any water in it. That looks pretty dry, so we won't run it very long. This is just like to see what it's going to do. See if the main thing this is testing is to see if the fuel pump's going to work. Because this is plumbed into the fuel pump. We're going to pour gas on the carburetor and hopefully the fuel pump picks up. If it doesn't, we'll have to put a fuel pump on it. Okay. A little gas in the carburetor. Oops. If the fuel pump will ever pick up. It might not ever pick up because it's so old.
Daddy.
It's not working yet. I'm gonna pour a little bit more gas in there.
Woo! That was much better. I think the rust from the exhaust pipe was flying out. Kept hitting me in the arm.
Isaac, can you do a wheelie?
Still running out of gas. It probably needs a fuel pump. That was definitely our longest that it ran. So after looking at this thing, it's pretty obvious that somebody somewhere down the line, maybe in the 90s, replaced, you know, did a regular tune-up, did plug wires. Looks like that distributor cap's pretty new. Coil looks pretty new, you know, compared to the rest of the car. The rest of the car is pretty crusty. That stuff looks like, you know, it's been a while, but it hasn't been forever. The spark plugs that are in there, now they look like they've been in there quite a while. They're rusty. They're the old ACs. So it's hard to tell what's been done and what hasn't, but I'm pretty happy that this thing fired right off. I mean, with no drama, like absolutely no drama. All right, I got my new $20 fuel pump from the parts store. You can get these things a little cheaper on somewhere like Rock Auto, but I didn't want to wait. I wanted to go ahead and get it. They had this in stock. I was really surprised. Small block Chevy parts are getting a little bit more difficult to get. So I got the old fuel pump off, scraping a little bit on the gasket, get that cleaned up. I've got the old fuel line off, and what I'm gonna do, here's the fuel line. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this off before it gets all bendy down there. I'm gonna cut that off and put a fuel filter in line, and I'm also gonna put a fuel filter in between the hard line and where it goes into the pump. So I'm gonna put a little filter right there, because we're gonna try to run through this gas tank that hasn't had any gas in it in a long time. We wanna catch any kind of dirt. So we got these Wix fuel filters. We got some caps to put over some of the emissions stuff. Put some caps over that. Got some new vacuum line to replace some of this dry rotted stuff. All right, we got our hot battery hooked up. Fuel system is all brand new and fixed. Very nice. I decided to cut the line all the way up here, because if I cut it down there, it was going to be hard to get the filter on and off. And I'd say we're going to be changing these filters a couple times in this process, so that makes it a little easier to get to. Now I'm going to work on these vacuum hoses. So this thing originally has a lot of vacuum hoses. Some run into this PCV, all the way to this little vacuum canister, and I'm going to eliminate that. So I'm just going to run a hose from here to there, cap off a couple of these ports. This thing should be ready to crank up. Hopefully it'll run on some gas in the tank instead of having to run it off the jug, but we'll see. All right, so things escalated quickly. I never could get any gas to pump up. Sat there and cranked it with the fuel line off to see if I could get anything at all. Nothing, bone dry. So I'm dropping the tank. Got the straps loose. And cut this factory hose. Of course, I put a few gallons of gas in it. That's always helpful. That leaf spring. There it goes. Okay, I think I found the problem. She's rotted out. That's crazy. Only rusty piece on this whole car is the gas tank. All right, so since the gas tank is out of commission, I do want to get this thing running and driving without a gas tank. So I unhooked this from our actual fuel line. I'm going to stitch this together with a piece of 3/8 hose. I'm going to stitch it together with this, which is a thing we made for the motorcycle we worked on. Another piece of hose is going to go inside the car where the gas tank's going to be. It'll be fine. All right, here's the moment of truth. Got the battery charger going pretty good. We'll hook that coil wire back up. I had it unhooked a minute ago. All my hoses are hooked up, belts on it. Fuel system is installed. Notice out the window around the corner. It's just how it is. Let's see what she does. She might need a little splash in there. Let's see. Just drink a little bit. Let's try it again. This time it ought to at least fire up. I believe our fuel pump's working. All right, this thing is idling right now. It's idling. 32 years off the road, and it's sitting here idling. I cannot believe this. Look at that, fast idle choke. That's just crazy. He's puffing out some smoke in the back, but I would expect that to happen. That is amazing. I got my fire extinguisher just in case. I put it right next to the plastic bottle with gas in it. Okay, I think we can shut it off. I don't know what else to do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish taking these off because that's what that exhaust leak noise was. See if I can find some plugs to put in that. Or I guess I could probably put a plug on that. Huh. Wow, this is easy. Okay, transmission fluid's gonna be next, brakes after that. I think I got the exhaust leak fixed. Rigged up this nice hose with a sending unit. That should seal it up good, right? Is that weird? All right, I could already feel in there that I have a brake pedal, which is just, again, unbelievable. I mean, this car is just so well preserved. I'm gonna check in here. I'm sure there's fluid in it. If I've got a brake pedal, it's either that this thing is tricking me somehow, or it might just have fluid in it like a normal car. See what we got. Yep, full of fluid. How in the world? Okay, I guess we don't have to do any brake work yet. All right, it's time to see if this thing will move under its own power. Okay. Here we go, let's crank it up. Listen to that. It's just crazy. Let's see if it'll, if I pat the gas, it might shut off the fast idle choke. Let's see. Are you kidding me? This is just insane. Okay, foot on the brake. I feel like I have a brake. I did put a safety tire back there to keep me from running off into the neighbor's yard. Let's try and see if it moves. No. I didn't feel anything happen. Let's try it again. I mean, you just can't beat a small block Chevrolet. At 307, Rochester, 2-barrel. All right, I added a little over a quart. There it goes. There it went. It's in reverse. Okay, let's put it in drive. Taking a little bit to get into drive, but it's moving. It's moving under its own power. Okay, brakes are a little stiff. Everything else is good though. I mean, I can't complain. I'm pretty sure as soon as I unhook that battery cable, we're ready to go for a test drive. I mean, I can't think of anything else to do on this thing to get it ready. Eventually, we're gonna put hoses heater hoses, that kind of stuff on there. But for this test drive, we don't need it. But look at this. The windshield washer reservoir is intact and it still has fluid in it. Just cranks right up, drop it in drive. We might still be low on transmission fluid. It's moving. Just a little, having to push the gas a little too much. We'll have to put some transmission fluid in it, but it is moving under its own power for the first time in over 30 years. All right, I'm not gonna get it out on the main road. I'm gonna back it right back up into its spot, if it'll go. Yeah, it's low on transmission fluid. Yeah, we'll just park it right here.
Always check your mirrors.
Yep. Safety first.
I told you there was some weird clanking. Speaking of safety first, I don't have any brakes.
Well, I have brakes. Can't believe I did it wrong. I haven't touched the carburetor.
Both of them. This side does. They're not blinking though. No. That one's blinking. That one's just lit up. Oh, now it's blinking. No. No taillights. Brake lights. Blinker. Blinker. Less than 24 hours.
I mean, it's completely restored. Just for the fun of it. That's not even my car. I haven't even driven this thing around the block, but I'm pretty confident in it. And I've been doing this while Carlee's at school. And I think what I'm going to do is surprise her. I'm going to drive this thing to pick her up. And it might embarrass her or it might make her excited. Not sure yet. But I don't trust these tires. They are really rotten. Just about to come apart. So I'm going to switch out my trusty old Americans. Big and little tires. Should make it look a little different anyways. And just like that, we've got a hot rod, and we're gonna go try to pick up Carlee. We'll see if this thing, it's never been driven on the road, it's just been in the driveway. We're gonna give this a try. There it goes, just running like it's supposed to. All right, can't really see too good out of the windshield, but it'll be okay. Wish us luck. Here we go, first time on the road in 32 years. The brakes are iffy. I mean, very iffy. Probably shouldn't be driving it, but I just felt like that was the thing to do. So here we are. I'm pulling over, I'm gonna let this vehicle pass. Brakes work pretty good right there. Let's make sure there's nothing else coming. All right, let's do it. Here we go. I can't believe how good this thing drives. There goes second gear. All right. Third gear. There it is. It's in high gear right now. We're driving down the road in this 73 Nova. It's been off the road since 1991. This is awesome. Hopefully one of the brakes doesn't lock up because that would spoil our fun. But we're having a good time here.
Y'all have fun.
Okay.
See you at home.
Yeah, hopefully.
seatbelt.
Huh?
No
What about
seatbelt.
seatbelt?
No, okay, no seatbelt. See ya.
Well, here we are driving this 73 Nova. Carlee's riding with me. Extreme close-up. She can't ride over there because the gas tank's right there. It's taking up all the room. Safety first, though. We got the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
All right. Look at this. I mean, it drives like just a regular car. First gear, second gear. It's going to shift into third at some point. Get to the top of this hill, maybe. There it goes, third gear. All right. Now, this thing is not roadworthy by any means. The brakes are just not good. Not good. But it's good enough to drive a mile to go pick up Carlee and surprise her. Were you surprised?
Yes.
Were you embarrassed a little bit?
No.
No? Well, good. I'm glad.
Oh, great.
Yeah, now we got to stop, which is
Not good.
not a good situation.
No.
It's going to be fine. I'm just trying not to lock up the brakes, because if this thing locks up, we're going to be stuck, like as in the middle of the road. So here we go. Of course, we had to run into some road work. Excuse us. Coming through. All right. Yeah, you can go ahead and pan around and show everybody what we're looking at here.
Pretty skies.
Beautiful countryside.
Totally country. Yeah.
Oh, back tires are really close to rubbing. That's what that noise was back there. These four-door Novas have zero room in the back for tires and wheels. No room. But, I mean, look, we're driving this thing down the road. I didn't even spend a full day working on this thing, and I'm driving it down the road. Granted, I do have to take the brakes apart and fix that. I'm sure there's stuff under the hood I need to fix. Hoses, just stuff like that. Obviously, I need to get a gas tank for it. But yeah, I'm excited about this. Let's see if we got too much brakes over here. This wheel is trying to lock up. So hopefully we can make it home without it locking up.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit more.
But just listen to how quiet it is. You cannot even hear this engine running. It's got some kind of squeak under
Well,
here.
yeah. But it's not as bad as the other one.
And
We did it.
we did it.